Hello everybody, it's WonderCat, and today I have finally found exactly what I'm going to do in this game, and oh my god, you guys are going to have so much fun with this. So, I have Raichu and Porygon Z out here with the Citrus and Lum berries, and they're going to go into Bayonet and Delphox. I'm going to go to Switcheroo after seeing my berries, and he's going to go ahead and hold on to that. I Teeter Dance, and I go for Psychic on the Bayonet. The thing is, at this point, I'm confused from my own thing. And I go for Teeter Dance again. I say screw it. I didn't want him to be able to go onto the offensive on me. I went for another Psychic on his Bayonet. And then I switch out my Porygon Z because I don't want to lose it this early. He goes into Exploud, which this thing has been a pain in the ass almost all battle. It almost takes out my Raichu, which is extremely tankily invested. So that's going to take me all the way down to my Citrus Berry, and I'm going to have to use Substitute here. And unfortunately, Exploud's Boom Burst goes through the Substitute. All I was able to do is get off a stockpile with Snorlax, so I wasn't able to get the full potential out of that Raichu, but Porygon Z is going to come back in now for the revenge kill. He's protecting with his Yanmega. Not what I'm going for, buddy. I'm going to one-shot that Exploud with Hyper Beam, and since I have Adaptability as my ability, my stab is ×2 instead of ×1.5. That thing's gone. Okay, so he's going to take down my, or try to take down my Porygon Z. It was able to handle a little bit more damage than I guess he was anticipating, and I get another stockpile on Snorlax. I go for the Hyper Beam. This guy is able to take that somehow, and takes out Porygon Z with the Flamethrower. So I just go for a stockpile at this point. And Snorlax is now in a very nice position. And alright, here we go. At this point, Espeon is coming in, and this Pokemon is designed specifically to support Snorlax. I use Trick, which forces him to keep using Giga Drain, because now he's choiced. And Espeon did its job. That was basically all I needed it to do, because now that thing is stuck in Giga Drain, and he doesn't really have anything he can do to me. I'm able to get the rest off with very low health with the Snorlax, and I send in Shuckle, and this is where things are going to get really fun and mean. Okay, so I now have my belly drums and stockpiles off, and at this point I go into Substitute for Shuckle, and I'm really wanting Snorlax to wake up, but in the meantime I'm going to set up Shuckle and make that a threat, and making Shuckle a damage threat doesn't take as much as you might think it does. So I go for Shell Smash here, which as you see is not being used with Contrary, which should be alarming to this guy, and it is. He goes straight for the kill on Shuckle. Thankfully I have a Substitute, which gives me the turn for the Power Trick. And now Snorlax wakes up and instas his Electros with the Crunch. And Shuckle restoring some HP with its leftovers. He goes for Sucker Punch with his Shiftry and Ancient Power with his Yanmega trying to take out Shuckle. Shuckle goes for Rock Slide, actually misses Shiftry, but takes out Yanmega. Now I go Crunch on Snorlax, which almost takes out Shiftry. And he brings in Delphox, so now he's in a pretty shitty position, because he can't take them both out, and both of them can take him out. So he just goes ahead and takes out the Shuckle, and now that means that he's done, because all he can do is Sucker Punch me, and that's not going to be enough to take out Snorlax, barring a crit, and it was not a crit, and I win. And if you guys noticed, I only had 5 Pokemon. This is actually a test team that I've been building. And let me hop into the team builder and show you what's going on with it. So I have a fast physical sweeper here for Raichu, which is not necessarily what I'm doing. It's that suggested spread. Instead, I go with full HP investment and full defense investment. And right now, I actually don't even have anything else invested. I should invest the rest in special defense. Actually, no, hold on. I meant to do it like this, where that's not a total investment in one way. I want that to be 8. And there you go. So yeah, I'm almost fully invested in HP and special defense. Defense. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to go all the way on that and just live with the 4. And I have the relaxed nature, which is going to raise my defense and lower my speed, which is not really that important with this specific Raichu. Okay, so hold on. I have Nuzzle, which is going to give me an 100% chance to paralyze the target. Citrus Berry, which is going to restore my health when I'm less than half, and I'm sure you guys have seen that quite a lot on Slurpuff. And now I have Knockoff, which is going to remove their item and do some damage to them physically. Teeter Dance, which is the star of the show here. This is what makes support Raichu a thing. It confuses the adjacent Pokemon, meaning basically anything that is not itself. At least in terms of the double battles. And then I have support, a substitute, which is going to act as HP support for when I'm kind of close to dying. Alright, so that's very gimmicky, yes, and I think I need to have static. I'd prefer almost to have lightning rod, but I think I need to have static on this in order for Teeter Dance to be a thing, because it's an event move. So, before I show you anything else, I'm going to show you my Espeon, which in a lot of ways complements Raichu, and Snorlax. See, I have Trick and Choice Scarf, which will be able to shut down one enemy Pokemon for me. Magic Bounce is my ability, which is going to send status moves back at them. So let's say they go with a Ferrothorn lead, and I'm predicting that they're going with a Ferrothorn lead. I go in with an Espeon lead and support it with something like Snorlax. And, you see a Ferrothorn, you know it's going to throw out the Stealth Rocks. I get the Magic Bounce, and then I use Trick as my move, which is going to lock them in to that Stealth Rocks, and they're going to be forced to switch out. Which is going to give me basically a free turn to set up Trick Room or Reflect. And I have Reflect on this. It's going to, for 5 turns, physical damage to allies is going to be half, which means things like Raichu here, its defense is going to get even more ridiculous. Its special defense is still, serviceable. It's just not going to be that great. Alright, and Raichu basically turns into a 2 or 3 hit KO Pokemon. Probably a 3 hit KO Pokemon. And for the rest, we have Dazzling Gleam, which is going to hit both in the double battles, and then with the Shuckle, which I think might be the most hilarious thing in this entire set. Although I wouldn't say it's uncommon. It's going to get a Stab Rock Slide, which is going to have a 30% chance to flinch. It's going to have Power Trick, which is going to switch its defense and attack stats. And as you see, those are some ridiculous, freaking ridiculous defensive stats. I actually have it Jolly, which I'm going to need to change. I was playing around with another set when I did that. And I'm going to want to remove special attack and raise attack. So let's go with the adamant nature, actually. No, because Trick, that goes backwards. Yeah, hold on. So I'm going to want to... Let's go with... Impish Nature. Alright, so we're going to go Impish Nature. And we have the leftovers on this. Sturdy. Sturdy is really helpful if I do get set up, and with those really low defenses, they hit me with something hard. At least I know I'll be able to get one Rock Slide off before Shuckle goes down, which could take down 2 Pokemon and be totally worth it. Alright, so anything else with that, it's just Substitute and Shell Smash, which helped me get set up. Porygon Z is with Tri-Attack, which is going to be my status on this. Not particularly dependable. Lumberry so that it can lead along with Raichu in its Teeter Dance. Protect for the same reason. After I've used it once, that Lumberry is going to be gone, so I'm going to be forced to Protect. The Psychic in order to deal with the Ghost-type Pokemon, just so I have something that will hit them. And then Hyper Beam for, well, pretty much anything that gives me a headache. Yeah, so... And then you got your typical stockpile Snorlax. So yeah, this has been Wondercat, and I don't really have a whole lot else to say, guys. Probably gonna want to take that 4 points and put them into HP. But yeah, otherwise, what do you think? I've put a lot of time into this, and I'm not sure what the 6th Pokemon is going to be yet. And this is very much a gimmicky set, but you know what? I think this is a really fun double set, guys. Alright, well, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And shout out to Support Raichu.